All right, and a hearty shout out to all of you in the Rabyd Nation. Welcome, one and all. Whether you're a paid for citizen, whether you are just a tourist who's decided to subscribe and look around, or whether you are just looking across the border, wondering whether or not to immigrate to such a wonderful nation as the Rabyd Nation. Welcome, one and all. Welcome to the Rabyd Atheist Show. Welcome to another edition of Deconversion Hangout, although this one's a little bit more different than what we normally have because I need to talk a deconversion issue of my own, and I just want the Fluffle to kind of listen a little bit, give me some advice, and maybe give me some encouragement. So Deconversion Hangout has always been a place where people can be safe to express their opinions, express what issues they're facing as they're coming out of their religion. You know, I'm no expert, I'm no psychologist, but, you know, having been deconverting for quite some time now, I'm very capable of kind of giving some guidance to where to go to get resources and things like that. But today is kind of a special edition of Deconversion Hangout, but I'll get to that in a moment. The Discord link to the Fluffle of Fangs is, of course, in the description of the video. I also have 3 other videos that I put into the description, and I will reference them throughout my time talking. So I wanted to put them in there. So if you wanted to go take a look at them, because there's some things I think I need to say given recent events, and I'll talk about that in a moment. The other announcement is also there's a goal in chant. If you want to keep supporting the streaming, being ad free, then that goal is there. If I reach that goal, whatever hat has been chosen by the poll, I will wear for the rest of the stream. That's my fun way of raising some money for the channel and for the things that I do. Yeah, a lot of things are not possible without your help. Like, people ask me what the money goes to, and it's like, well, you know, StreamYard, a whole bunch of other resources that I use have monthly fees, and it kind of offsets that. So thanks to everybody. I think that's it for. I hope everybody's enjoying the new intro, and later on I'll give you the new intermission. Hope you'll enjoy that. Some of you enjoyed that yesterday. But let's get a quick roll call, and then I'll get started. Hey, Sam, good to see you. Dragon Rider's here. Finest plugins. Michael, good to see you. Trust Germany's still there. Blossom's here. Hey, Tilting, good to see you. Yeah, smash the like button, huh? Yeah, there you go. Get notified. Yeah, because Fangs needs your like. Yes, he does. All right, yes. Yeah, I mean, like some people, it's a very gradual process, and that's kind of my point with the Deconversion Hangout most of the time, is that it is a very gradual process. Just to set things up, on Monday's stream, I was talking about the mighty Philbert and his stream where he was reacting to some stuff I said. And I don't really have a problem that he did that per se. It's the way he did it that bothers me. And in that stream, you know, during the stream, there was a lot of discussion about, you know, what he said. And I'll freely admit, I still haven't watched the stream fully through, because it became kind of an emotional wasteland for me that I just did not want to go into, for a lot of reasons. Yes, it is the mighty Philbert. And so during that stream on Monday, I was under the impression, because Philbert came by, the mighty Philbert came by, and he apologized. I'd already pointed out that he had already removed his comments from the stream. And that was interesting because I sleep during the day. So in the morning before I went to bed, the comments were active, and there were several comments in there that were kind of counteracting what he was saying in the stream and all of that. And then when I woke up, the comments had been disabled. And so Monday comes along and I'm dealing with that issue and I'm talking about that issue, right? And this is kind of a hard one for me because I was very sad then. Today, I'm not so much sad, I'm disappointed and I'm a little angry. And so this is kind of a deconversion issue for me because I want to explain why involvement in this issue is a deconversion issue for me, both as a former believer and as a former pastor. And so I'm putting myself out there today because this needs to be said. So the whole lead up to this is like I was listening to Phil and some of his stuff, and he was connecting himself with like Jay Bundy and Patty over at Apostate Sisters and their whole kind of crusade like against NanoCon. And then I'm like, somebody reminded me that I should probably hear the other side of the story. So I heard the other story. Just happenstance, really. Oh, we're releasing a statement in a couple days. Would you like to go over it and do a video about it or a stream about it? And so I said, you know what? Yeah, okay, because that way I can be fair. And so I did the video. A lot of people didn't like it, okay, because I tried to be fair. And my end conclusion is we really don't know what happened in the stairwell, and the fair assessment is we don't know. And the best thing for us to do is move forward and try to advocate for the victim properly, like as much as possible. We can be upset. And so Phil, I think, kind of took exception to that, and that's fine. That's fine. He disagreed with me. That's great. But I was a little taken aback with his Saturday stream that week because he didn't really talk to me about it. And if like I said during Monday's stream that I would absolutely have done a stream with him where we went over the video and we went back and forth and we could talked about it and we could have yeah, if you want to, yeah, lay out it, you can put his link to his channel in there. I have a link to his stream that he did that I'm talking about in my description too, but you can all look at that. Why is this a deconversion issue for me? Number one, as somebody who has been a victim and who has actually had a hand around his throat, the whole idea of somebody being strangled in any reason is triggering for me. If those of you don't know the story, the brief story is one of my babysitters when I was about 10 or 11 literally grabbed me by the throat, pushed me up against the wall, reached down my pants and all that. Okay, that's my victim story. That's the only victim story I really have. I've been yelled at on both counts of saying that's not really a victim story. And on the other flip side, also, well, no, you are a victim and you need to, you need to promote that is true, that you are a victim. And it lasted about 10, 15 seconds. My parents came home at that time and I never saw that babysitter again after that. I think they looked through the window and saw what was going on, and their way of dealing with it was to just fire the babysitter. And I became a typical Gen X latchkey kid. You need a, yeah. So, so that's my personal story of why I wanted to get involved, because I believe victims. I have been one. I've also been a pastor, and there were a number of women, and truth be told, women and men, because I felt there was a couple men that came into my office that couldn't meet up to the standards of what Christianity, the Bible, expects out of men. And so their wives would berate them and, in my opinion now, kind of emotionally, mentally abuse them about not being a real man according to the Bible, et cetera, et cetera. You see all that kind of red pill Christian nonsense out there today, kind of that kind of attitude. And so there were some women that would get after their husbands for that. Very few, but most of the time I just saw women that were either being emotionally or physically abused by their husbands, and I had to give the bullshit advice of, well, he doesn't want to leave you, so you can't leave. The whole, turn the other cheek. You got to forgive unconditionally. It's good to see you, Robin. And hi, Ron. I think I missed you. But yes, that real man crap wouldn't exist without religion. And so I had an emotional reason to get involved in this one because I felt the case was so heinous. It resonated with me. And so I do believe all victims, but I also have learned that sometimes, because I've also had people I dealt with that they were lied about, like there was a false report given and that kind of ruined their lives. And so it's like, I know all the sides of this, and I'm very happy that we have the system that we have. Like, it isn't perfect and it doesn't always work, but I think the presumption of innocence is the right way to go. I think, beyond reasonable doubt is always the way to go. And so I got involved just kind of doing this video and zipping along and doing it. And then some people took exception. So Monday, yeah, I'm getting to that better, getting that to Ember. So Phil comes on Monday's stream and he apologizes. He feels our friendship is more valuable than any stream. And so he, he'd already disabled his comments, but then he agrees to take the stream down. I'm like, okay, that issue's over. I mean, I'm not really going to be all that friendly with Phil right now. I pulled all his music off my channel, which was a sad moment because he does some great stuff. And, the Rabyd Nation has been my theme song to open my streams for quite a while now, and now I can't use it and I won't use it. And so, welcome to the lap in which our Lord naps, the wonderful, beautiful, lovely, intelligent, I-killed Earl, one of the smartest women I know. This is probably going to be triggering to you because the reason I get involved in these things with victims is I've also heard the stories of a lot of victims. And Earl is one of those people. I've heard her story. And, so when somebody does something that pisses me off. So one of the things that happened in all this is like Phil comes in, he says he's going to disable the stream and get rid of it. And he did. And I'm like, okay, fine. Thankful, over. And Tuesday comes along, I do my stream. And then Wednesday I come home from work and I pull up my YouTube feed like I always do, like anybody else does when they pull up their YouTube and they're a YouTuber, they got to keep an eye on things. And what do I see? Rabid Thoughts Redux by the mighty Philbert. I start watching it and realize it's the same bloody stream that he pulled, only he's put it back up. And that's what this is. And the reason I have to talk about it again. Number one, I'm very sad that somebody does this stuff. Like I told Phil on Monday, why didn't you just come to me, ask me questions? We could have done an interview stream. I would have been happy to go on your channel, interview, take questions. If you have some objections, I would have loved to talk about it because maybe we could generate some more light than heat, like this issue seems to do all the time. And so that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like, it's like, and then all of a sudden the stream is back up and, God bless Robert. May Fangs bless Robert for going over there and making some comments. And he got pushed back, and of course, and then I don't know if anybody else has. My issue with this is I'm committed to truth, justice, not necessarily the American way, because sometimes the American way sucks. But I like it when the truth comes forward. And I think it's really uncomfortable for some people to say, I don't know. But there's the stream again. I think he edited it a little bit. I watched a little bit. Yeah, it sounds like the exact same beginning I heard before. Um, so there's that. So it's yeah, probably yes, yes. You may have to, Earl. I'm sorry, but yes. And so good to see you, Faye. Um, so I'm I'm coming to Deconversion Hangout in need of being able to vent myself. Okay, like it's number one. I've been accused uh, via email of hating women. I guess I want to ask all the women in the chat: do I hate women? Um, I've been accused of being an apologist over this last 2 weeks of sexual assault. I've been accused of bad research, like you didn't know that um, being strangled doesn't always leave a mark, and you've done 5 minutes. I'm like, yes, I already know that, dumbass, because I've been strangled. Okay, and it didn't leave a mark. It's like um, all of that stuff. So, um, so I don't understand. I don't understand why this was necessary. Why we needed to re-up the stream. Um, and I'm a little bit upset. And I've been still keeping an eye on this situation because I wanted to make sure everybody was being fairly treated. Now, I will say this definitively. Um, I normally don't name call, but there is a couple of people that I think are really off the wall, and there's one in particular that in this whole situation I would never work with ever again, and it's not Phil. Phil is going to have to jump through a lot of fucking hoops with me to earn my friendship again because I'm done there. But I am now fully convinced that Jay Bundy is a cult leader. Okay. And he has no real power. That's why he blusters and blows all the time. But he has not helped the situation. He has a wrong target, and his techniques are making more enemies than friends. And so if he was a good advocate for Nancy, I don't think it's working out. And I'll stick by that. I'll stick by that. I was watching a video yesterday where I think it's Maya's channel, where a guy named Atheist Cull came on and absolutely did a mic drop moment and laid the groundwork from a stream about how you're not really helping the victim by telling their story when they didn't want their story told. You de-empower them with some valid points. I left that in the description. Bundy has made actual threats to people. I don't know what legal recourse could be done with that. So I'm kind of done with that. There's another video where Bundy is called and the receipts are given that he's a misogynist, and I would agree with that too. And so I don't want to have anything to do with the guy. Honestly, I'd rather just disappear and go back and be the Rabyd Atheist, but that's not possible. You make decisions and you live with them. So I'm going to leave those videos if you really want to check out, what this guy does. I have like a 6-minute montage of him just being insulting to people. So it's like, that's not good technique. That's not good way. If you want trying to build a coalition of allies to actually do something, you don't do that. Like it is the absolute opposite of what you want to do. So I didn't apologize. I don't listen. Here's the thing. I stand by my video. It's a little rushed, and you can tell I'm being rushed. I'm talking way too fast in it. For that, I will apologize. But for the content, I will not apologize for that because to me, that was my honest analysis, and I stick by it. I won't apologize for the stream that Philbert reacts to because I stand by what I said. So I'm not going to apologize for that. Like, if you have a problem with what I said, that's fine. If you disagree with my opinion, that's fine. But I'm not going to apologize for it because I think I did the right thing. I'm not going to throw NanoCon under the bus for stuff that they are not responsible for. And there's a whole bunch of people like, oh, some of these people platformed SR, and I'm like, that doesn't matter. Like, NanoCon as an entity isn't responsible for that. And there's so much red string bullshit from people about they're rolling in dough and like they have this secret cabal with all this sex cult and all this other shit. And I'm like, God damn, that's like some next level red string shit. Like I literally went and found this meme that Earl made for me a while back about atheism. Cause it was like, it's like, I was being reminded of this and I just like, there you go. There's some red string shit. Like, it's like, I just don't have time for this. And so, yeah, I just kind of, but yeah, but yes. So there you go. But hey, Martin, good to see you. Did I miss anybody else? I think I said hi, Robin. Good to see you, Robin. Yes, worst apology ever. Okay, yes, all right. But yes, like that's kind of the level of stuff I'm dealing with here. And it's just like, it's completely unfair to go after NanoCon for something that happened in a stairway between two people just because it happened during that time frame. If you're going to go after them with some conspiracy theory bullshit, then you need to understand that probably at every convention or conference, something like this happens. So are they all part of this grand, glorious conspiracy covering up something? No. So that part's just a joke to me. So, but yes. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, and I get it. Like, unfortunately, Evan likes to come to the stream and be punny. And yesterday, I said, Evan, this is going to be a drama one, and like, okay, I'll skip it. So it's okay if you skip this one. That's fine. Yeah, I'm not very good at kissing ass, Ember, as you well know. You've known me for a while, and you know for a fact that I'm not going to fawn over anybody. I fawn over people's work. I like Paula Gia's work, but yeah, it's kind of stuff. But yes, yeah, it's laughable. It really is. And so I just I want everybody to be aware that I'm probably going to move on from this. I will defend myself if somebody attacks me. I'm not a pacifist in that regard. But yeah, yeah, the conspiracy theory is gone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like Earl is involved in this too because Bundy has come after Earl too. So just so those of you who love Earl understand that Jay Bundy and Earl have a history too. So. So, so yeah, yeah. The one on misogyny is hers. Yes, that's Glenda's. And then AJ, I have one of AJ's in there about all the threats he's made to people at NanoCon, like physical threats. And then the first one, if you want a good takedown of victim advocacy of how Bundy and Patty haven't done a very good job advocating for the victim. Atheist Cull's takedown in that. And Atheist Cull, I'd never heard of the guy before. And he's like talking about what you really do with victims, which is to try to empower them to take action for themselves because it allows them to take their life back and get their life back online. And you don't do stuff you make sure you're doing what they request you do. And you can encourage them to do certain things, but you don't take that action. You make them take that action and initiate. And so, yeah, like Cull's a very much, but he felt the need to get out and talk about this at a stream, and Maya put together some segments of that, and you can look at the whole stream. But it was like a beautifully done. Like I'm learning this, which is you got to encourage victims to do things on their own. And so, yeah, okay, fair enough, Earl. And I'm not expecting you to get off. A lot of people are supporting me emotionally, and they don't have to get in the fight. Like, and I'm ready to withdraw already anyway. And I know Ember's ready to withdraw already, but she's been under attack so many times, like she can't completely back out. And I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know one thing: the Rabyd Atheist is heading somewhat of a new direction, in the sense I'm reevaluating my stuff and seeing what I can do, and turning this more into a podcast slowly over time. We'll always have the Fluffle, we'll always have Fangs, we'll always have the fun that we want to have, and that's where I want to get back to. And so this is a deconversion issue for me, because there's a lot of reasons I think unconsciously I wanted to get involved in this. Because I remember when I got out of the ministry, one of the things I swore to myself is that I ever saw somebody being victimized again, I wasn't going to give them the stupid advice of stay with your abuser. And, and so when I see victims, I do react emotionally because of what I've been. I've been in therapy for the guilt I feel over all that shit. And so it's like, I'm not going to stand on the sidelines if somebody's being victimized. So I thought genuinely somebody might be victimized here. And I went into it. But when I looked at it, I'm like, this has so much gray to it that's, yeah. Many good months ago on how to help survivors without doing harm for anybody who wants to learn. Yeah. Okay. And okay. Thank you, Tilting. I appreciate that. Well done. Appreciate it. But yeah, Ember did a good one about that. And so that's good stuff too. So, but I don't want to sit on the sideline, because I did that before when I was in the ministry. I gave the biblical advice and then basically sat back and watched what happened. And I swore to myself I wouldn't do that again. And so when I saw this, I was like, oh, that could be one of those things I could get involved with. Phil was getting involved in it. And I just wanted to make sure it was legit and that Phil wasn't getting himself, as a friend, I didn't want him to get involved with somebody that wasn't reputable. And unfortunately, I think he has. And I don't think I can do anything about it at this point. So, a bunch of links mods and a kicking. Okay, yes, this is true. Thanks, Tilting. I appreciate you, Tilting. Like when you come in and mod, I always feel safer. I always feel like somebody's there. But yeah, like I'm struggling with this emotionally. So if you see that in future streams, like Ed doesn't seem to be all himself, doesn't seem to be, because emotionally I'm processing another friend gone, because another deconversion issue for me is when I left the church, I lost a shit ton of friends. And it was very traumatic to me. And when you see friends evaporate like that, it's just like, oh, what the fuck was our thing based on? And um, I know, honey. I know, Earl. It's okay. Like I said, you're a big girl. You can start. You can do your own fighting for yourself. I don't need to come and white knight you or anything like that and battle for you. In fact, I'd rather you. I mean, if you get into something that's over your head and call me, it'll be one human being to another. So, um, so yeah, but yeah. Uh, anyway, I put one of your latest video in my description today. So, um, I'm okay. Legit, I'm okay. This one was a little bit more disappointing than anger or sadness inducing. I was just more disappointed that somebody said they were doing something and then they just redid it 2 days later. And so it's like, and it's somebody I've considered for a friend for years, and it hurts, but it already hurt and I'm already healing from that. So it's like, I'm okay. Just understand that Ed is doing a lot of self-care right now. And so it's just going to be the way it is for a while. So, but I would never, say that, but But yes, call for help. Call for help, Earl, if you need it. But I'm figuring you're a big girl that can handle your own decisions. So, um, yeah, I saw Cull is a guy who's stayed on the sidelines, hasn't really got involved, but now he feels he needs to get involved. That's saying something. So, but yes, is the worst apology ever. Okay, yes, yes. Um, uh, do, do, do. Yeah, trusting. I'm not sure. I'm allergic to drama in general. That's why I ignore someone like Jay Bunny if he's all doing just to stir shit up. Yeah, that's fair. So so there's that. Whether you want it or not. I'm sorry, he made some valid points. He made a valid point. Like you don't have to like somebody to realize that they made a valid point. But victim advocacy is like you got to encourage victims to take those steps themselves. Otherwise, they're going to continue to be victims. And it's a valid point. I've looked into it. So um, I hope so too. The funny thing about me and friendship is like I don't know if I can count Phil a friend anymore because of all this, but I hope he's okay. Like I care about people enough and I care about what they're getting involved enough. Um, where you end up having to watch people get pulled away from you. And like I said, I do think this is kind of a cultic thing, and I think he's getting drawn into a cult, which makes sense for us deconverting folks because you get drawn into something similar without realizing it. So it's been why. So, but yeah, it's like it's one of those things where I'm really hoping that he starts to think a little bit clearer. But like all of us have long lists of shit, you know, of what Bundy does and things like that. So we have the receipts, we have him yapping. Um, so mm, I hope I really do hope things work out for Phil. Like I don't have anything against him where I want his life to fail or things to go badly for him, but I can't work with him anymore, and I can't like I he could apologize today, and I wouldn't accept it because I don't believe it. So that's kind of the way it works. So um, recognize signs of abuse. But one after I'm going to try to help people escape the influence of abusers. Yep, that would be a good one, Ember. Um, off the yeah, yeah. You kind of have to disengage with some of them. Some of the streams have gotten pretty. It's I guess I've had a revelation about Jay Bundy, and I kind of put him in perspective because of this. Um, One day it was just like I watched part of his stream. I can't watch all very far into it because it just gets into nonsense pretty quick. Um, but I was thinking about it, and all of a sudden there was like this image from The Godfather 2 where the young Vito Corleone realizes that Don, that's dressed in white, I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now, but and suddenly Don Vito realizes that the guy doesn't really have any power. It's just all an illusion. And there are moments like that when I hear somebody pontificate like Bundy does for long periods of time. It's like you have to say a bunch of shit and you're just not confident in your own power. And I just feel like there's a lot more smoke and mirrors than actual real influence there. So hopefully I'm right about that. But was hand in solidity in his feelings. He has refused to consider viewpoint and assumes the worst continually. Yeah, that's kind of fair. Um, Skull friend lost to that situation. It's physically and mentally painful. I know. Yep. I feel you. Hey, Jimmy. Good to see you. Yes. Yes. Michael is German. Yes. Yeah. He's German. So, yes. But yeah, he is. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. I guess, you're free to leave comments and advice and stuff like that. So, do what you want to do. I'm going to let everybody be whatever adult they want to be on this one. I'm going to probably unsubscribe and turn my notifications off because I just don't want to hear anything more from that direction. I'm going to try to get the Rabyd Atheist back into kind of the groove we had before. Unfortunately, we're going to have to go forward without Phil and a few others, I think, who agree with him. So there's that. But tomorrow I want to do part 2 of Apologia's video between Alex O'Connor and Trent Horn. So getting into those parts and just kind of having fun with that, and then do a little Fluffle time at the end. So kind of getting back to our thing. My theme has always been, there's a lot of darkness out there. There needs to be a place where you can have a little fun and do a little bit of light. And so there's that. Crushed red velvet, sweet elbow patches. Let's roll. Bundy has gone after Jimmy as well. We're all collateral damage to his deranged self. Yeah, if you want an example, Earl, of somebody who has to talk a lot in order to make themselves feel important, it's Jay Bundy. Okay, like I think he's one of those people that I really feel like he's more smoke and mirrors than actual power. That's probably why he uses a water gun these days. Like he gets out there with his water pistol. So, so there you go. But yeah, there's a lot of collateral damages with this. And so it's like Jimmy is here, you're here. There's a lot of people who have been victims of Jay Bundy's attacks. So there's no love loss or gain here. So yeah, like he had a 14-hour stream. Like, what the hell did he? I'm like, oh, I got to deal with one issue because somebody threw this in my face via email, and I think Phil does it too. Like he's like, well, you guys don't want to listen to the evidence. You need to look at Pragmatic Crystal's playlist, and it's all Jay Bundy pontificating. I'm like, that's not evidence. And if it was, why aren't you submitting it to the DA to get the case reopened? So okay, there you go. I have several people that have been my friends for quite a while that Jay absolutely despises. Okay, so there you go. But that Jimmy isn't the only one. Jimmy, I was with Jimmy. Like I remember when I first got into YouTube, I was watching Jimmy a little bit, and he was really good, and I enjoyed his stuff. And then he disappeared, and I didn't know what happened. I was not savvy on the YouTube, but then it's like, yep. So, but yeah. The one reason he stated for putting it back on is you said you'd only watched the beginning of it. You wanted to make sure you could see his full side. I'll think about it. Like I will think about it. We'll see. There's a part of me that like, it's like the fact that you put it back up bothers me quite a bit. Okay. Like you could have gotten your side. Like I offered a suggestion of streaming together. I would have gone on the mighty Philbert. I've done it many times before. I would have done it live, and we could have discussed anything he wanted to discuss, and we could have hashed it out that way. He didn't need to repost the stream, is my point. Like we could have done that. So, all right, you can. So, Jay hating is a badge of honor at this point. Okay. I think the police are on it. Okay, good. This could have been an email. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Amber, I really feel that about Phil. It's like you could have done this in an email. Like you could have emailed me and and honestly, Amber, I would have done a show with Phil. I'm very comfortable with Phil most of the time. Like my autistic self doesn't rebel at his presence. And we could have done a live stream together and talked about this issue and maybe gotten some resolution about how things go. But nope, got to repost the stream. It's like, come on, man, this could have been an email. It could have been, like a conversation on a stream or something. But no, no, we got to do the one-sided thing. And so there you go. Nothing. Pragmatic Crystal has a list of so-called evidence um, that they put together, and supposedly this is evidence of what happened and proof of all this stuff. And I'm like, if that was the case, why aren't you giving it to the DA? And what it is a bunch of Bundy streams and Apostate Sister streams where they're yelling into the microphone mostly. So there you go. She used to be good friends. The swamps and flora have drowned her critical thinking skills for expired. Okay. Yeah, and that's not just your opinion. I've heard that from others. So, I mean, I'm getting more involved in the community. I know this kind of shit is going to happen because I want to branch out a little bit, watch other people's stuff, be a part of other people's stuff. Like this is something I want to do because there's a lot of benefit to this. But I know I'm going to run into situations like this by doing it. So, yes, another list of evidences. And I'm like, if this was evidence, why aren't you giving it to the DA? I know the DA's name. It's public knowledge of who the DA is of the 23rd District of Tennessee legal district. You can look up his name and it's right there on his website. It's like if that's the case, if this is evidence, just give it to him and get some justice for Nancy if that's what you really want. But I think we all realize that the DA did this investigation, probably did it very properly, and came back with, I can't prosecute this. And it's like, that's a hard thing to accept, but it's true. And so I just don't find the rage at NanoCon justified. It's not their fault. They did what they could do. I've learned a lot of things about how convention security works and what they can and cannot do. Like they can get in trouble if they report a crime and it turns out to be a false one. Like they can't go on hearsay. They have to go on actual direct stuff. So, so there you go. Called cyberbully. Yeah. Playlist is about $200, mostly unrelated content. I said to the comments in the video that Phil said to go watch it. Okay. See, I wondered what happened with the first time he dropped the video, and I think a lot of you went there and you're like, this isn't good. And then he disabled his comments and I couldn't read your comments anymore. So I don't know who commented there this time. Yeah, the only thing I would say, Phil, if you're listening to this later, keep your video up and keep your comments section open. Like, have the courage to do that. Like, if that's the way you're going to roll. So, I have no idea what modern day heresies would trigger Christians. Kyle, I have no idea. Oh, okay. Yeah, like which denomination? It's a nice distraction question. Thanks. Thing triggers Christians except Trump and the FC finals. Okay. That's fair, Earl. That is fair. But yeah, like, I don't know. Like, to me, if you're going to have some courage, just leave your shit up, leave your comments active and take your flowers or beating like a man, depending on how it goes. Like, that's my only bet. I may watch it later, but it's going to be probably a week at least. So, hey, Dave, how you doing, Dave? Is all well in the captive desk world? Like, good to see you. But yeah, you know, the world of Saturday Night at the Atheist is still one of my favorite places to go. I usually listen in while I'm cleaning my house. So we are Christian because we read the Bible and couldn't name a denomination to save our life. Yes. Oh, yes, but the thing is, Dave, there's a lot of people that are like you and love your work. So me included. I hope you're doing well. Like I know it hasn't been an easy year for you so far. And I hope you're doing much, much better, taking the medications, going to the doctors, doing all the things. I know America makes it hard to do all that, but I hope you're doing well, Dave. Well, there's my vent. there's my there's my laying it out, the Philbert in the room, getting rid of the elephant in the room, the Philbert in the room in this case, and getting it out there. And I'm this is a lot of deconversion stuff for me. On the one hand, very much committed to victims. On the other hand, also committed to make sure we have the right information and the evidence and the truth that we need to go forward and do that. And I the one thing that still bothers me, by the way, is somebody accused me of victim blaming just because I asked for evidence, and I'm like, no, that's gathering ammo for the victim's eventual court fight, hopefully, because you got to help. It's all about pursuing what they want to pursue. Hey there, Cranky. Is this a live stream or a dead stream? Insufficient evidence. Philbert's judgmental and Bundy's a dick. Smoke a fatty and move on. Okay. You know what? Seeing that the elder gods have graced us with their presence, with their emissary, I'm going to absolutely give that advice a roll, except probably the fatty part, because I do not do drugs. So it's really weird. Like I'm free of all that religious stuff, but I just don't have the desire to smoke anything or drink anything. And religion was my drug, and now I think it's YouTube. So so there you go. So yeah, it is sound advice, isn't it? So there you go. The elder gods have always done a good job, Maya. Like Cranky has always given me great advice most of the time. Him and Fangs go back and forth, giving me good advice. All right. Hey, do what you need to do, Dave. I think the desire of all of us is we want you well. We want you back to yourself. And I think that's probably your desire and all that. So, that's where we want to see you. So when does deconstruction start, in your opinion? I was preaching and started being antagonistic to God and saw it as just a business to get people I don't know saved. Eventually, I became a preacheress. I don't know if there's a starting point. Like, this is such an organic process, deconversion. Like, I told people, like, you're still deconverting even after you leave the church, because there's neurology that's still in place, psychological things, social stuff we do. It's been my concern for quite some time that sometimes we drag some of this stuff into our organizations without intending to. But where it starts, I think it's that moment. If I were to give mine a moment, the moment I first had doubts about the Bible or doubts about what the faith was telling me, like any kind of doubt, like if you start adding doubt and skepticism into your toolbox, so there you go. So I would say the moment you start being skeptical and you start adding some doubt into your thing is when you're really deconversion. Like, you can be a full-blown believer but have some doubts, and you're might be in the deconversion process at that point. Like, when this starts, it's very difficult, but I guess I would say when you start to have some real doubts, some real so yeah, you might have to there. You might have to. I think you can come up with something, something better Okay, that's more positive. I think we need to find positive usernames. I'm the Rabyd Atheist, so who am I to talk? I had to give some kids a speech while they saw me vaping. Hey, Ember. Well, thank you, Ember. What a fluffy cult with blackjack and awkwardness. Yeah, like I really try not to take myself so seriously. It's just not there. It's just not there. You're now an antichrist. Literally wish I could box with equality amount of Muhammad Ali versus Superman. I get it. You're right. Okay, I get that. I actually get that comment. Yeah, like it's a hard moment to know, but deconversion is a process, and it's like I'm still working through it. But I've gotten to the point where the reconstruction part of deconversion is more my focus because we've had so many people deconverting over the years now that there's really a need for more content about, okay, what do I do now? And, 10 years down the road, you're like, what the hell am I doing? This feels familiar, and it's some shit you learned in church that you're still applying to your life. You just didn't notice it before. And so it's like, there's a real need, I think, for, taking a good look at ourselves and finding ways to get it out there. So everyone is team Nancy. It's like saying you're team human. Pro bowling. Just say this. And there you go. There you go. That's fine. Everybody's team Nancy. That's probably true. Like, I don't think anybody's turned their back on Nancy. I'm just a little worried about her. Basically because of what Cull said, and I kind of agree with that. There's something wrong there. I have had this gut thing ever since I read Nancy's statement from February. It's like there's just something wrong there. And I was glad Cull kind of put it into words for me. So who would win a boxing match? Superman or Flash? I mean, this is a great one. This is a great opinion. But you know what I'm going to do before I answer this question? I'm going to take my intermission. Not so much that I need the intermission, but I want to show off Earl's work. I want to show off Earl's new intermission for me. So I'm going to pull that up and let that roll, and then I'll get back and I will answer this question. But I'm going to take my break here, and mostly it's because I want to show off iKey's video. So here we go. right. I'm back. So there you go. The lovely, wonderful, smart, intelligent, beautiful I Killed Earl made that. And thank you very much, Earl. I know you did it on kind of short notice, but it turned out great. Thank you very much. Yes. I got to get back to that important question about Superman and the Flash. Um, I'll be honest, DC, the only DC characters that ever appealed to me were Batman, Harley Quinn, and the Joker. So, like, for various reasons. So, I think there was a character called the Blue Beetle that I really liked too. Kind of another one of those rich people doing vigilante work kind of things. So, other than that, I don't know. Superman and Flash are kind of OP to me, so they're overpowered, and so they don't make good heroes. Like that's probably why I gravitated to Spider-Man more when I was a kid. Because Spider-Man, I was a nerd, and Spider-Man was a nerd, and got superpowers. It's kind of a nerdy fantasy. So yeah, construction of something is necessary. People should everyone needs to follow the path creating their beliefs, literally initially the camel line. Yeah, make yourself. Yeah, like there's I think there's really a need now for content because there's been so many people deconverting over the last 10 years. Like there's how do you rebuild your life without religion has become more and more a topic, I think. And that's kind of where I'm heading more. I kind of shifted a couple years ago for myself that way. Like I got tired of what I was getting rid of. Like what am I adding? What am I building? To my life has become more the topic. So yes, Fangs. So yeah, so there you go. It's your first car. Oh yes, there's the Discord group. Make sure you check that out. Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? It's hilarious too. I love you. Oh, I love it so much. Yeah, we finally got some stories. We got Beetle. Yeah, the Blue Beetle. Yes. I'm not sure if Jesus Christ actually existed. Like there's good, like I'm sorry, like I think you got a lot of things to prove on this one. Um there's no, as far as I can tell, eternal life is like a snake oil thing. Like I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I was in Christianity for 40 years. I was a pastor for 20. And I can tell you if you actually deep dive these subjects, like they become kind of sus after a while. So yeah, I don't buy them anymore. So like you gotta go back to I think a basic beginning, which is can you prove to me that God even exists, and then we can work from there. But as for the specifics of Christianity, I just don't buy it anymore. Um, I mean, I don't want to spend the rest of my life just kissing the ass of a sycophantic God. Like the God of the Bible isn't really that great of a dude. So I mean, if there's another God out there, is yeah, was he based on a God? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like I've had that argument before. Like I know like John Gleason, Godless Engineer, like goes full bore on he's a myth, and I get it because if you can prove that Jesus is a myth, then the whole thing falls apart. And so it's a perfect tactic to get rid of it, but I don't think it matters. Okay, because ultimately at the end of the day, it's all the miracle claims that you got to deal with, and I got rid of that all. I just you know seminary degree, Bible college degree, 20 years of ministry, 30 years of preaching, 40 years of being a Christian. Walking away from all that was one of the hardest decisions I ever had to make. But my life is so much more peaceful now, and I've made so much progress on things like my hypersensitivities and my autism and my anxieties. And I've actually made progress on those things because I'm not praying about them. I'm actually doing something about them. And so, yeah, the Jesus guy, he didn't really help me that much. He just didn't really say. You found a working ceremony for circumcising a carrot that staves the stash. Okay, so there's a working ceremony. I'll let you work on it. Oh, by the way, before I forget, I should have did this at the beginning. Seeing it came up a couple of streams ago. We're looking for any kind of prayer to Fangs offered in the style of the Lord's Prayer. We need an official prayer to Fangs. And so I'm looking for any information on how to pray to an atheist deity. So, but yes. Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I getting back to the Jesus question. So, crossed his foster daddy was a dipshit and inadequacy complex. So in an apocalypse, yeah. So what? Yeah, like, well, yeah. We were talking about that yesterday about the transubstantiation as a weird belief. Like we were talking about some weird beliefs. So, yes, like in the name of the Holy Trinity. No, like we were actually a couple people. I think Michael on the Discord actually took a whack at it, where he like, it's like our Father who art in heaven. Instead of that, like it's our Fangs who are in the rabbit hole. Like, so well, there you go. Good to see you, Chuck. But yes, like there's that aspect of it. We're trying to build the lore and the religion of Fangs. The real problem with Fangs is he's an atheist deity, so he draws strength from people who don't believe in him. So we're kind of undercutting his power, which I think is kind of a tricky way of the elder gods, because Cranky and Fangs, it's just not. You saw the situation. So, but yes, we're trying to get back to that. Like we're finding ways of getting rid of some of Fangs' mischievous powers by actually believing in him. So there you go. There's the theology for you. See, I can still do this theology shit. It's all bullshit, but there we go. Yes, our Father, who hallowed be thy name. Yes. But we want to do that style of prayer, but we want it to be about Fangs. Because Fangs it's the one thing we don't have any prayers to Fangs. And mostly I've thought about it's kind of a waste of time, but like all the other gods, it's a waste of time to pray to him. But so, yes. Oh, but there you go. But yeah. See, because like I know what Cranky's talking about. Like the circumcised carrot ritual has been around for a while. You know, to protect your stash, and we've all had this moment where it didn't really protect our stash because somebody got into it and smoked more stuff than they were. So it couldn't be us. Somebody must have stole it. Like, oh, but yes, but yeah. So. But yeah, we've done that. There's all kinds of things that we can do. So, our nibbler who art and burrows, veggies revere thy. It's not a bad start, Kyle. It's not a bad start. Yeah, if you finish the prayer, put it in the comments. We're looking for prayers. We'll probably look for prayers for a few weeks. We're going to keep that up. So, but yes. This carrot is my body. Nibble as you please. Oh, I have had more fun with the Rabyd Atheist of my channel. Like the fact that this all started with the fact that closed captioning could never get my name right. They would always translate it Rabbit. And I'm like, well, do I get mad about that or do I flip and roll with it? And we'll create a Rabyd Atheist known as Fangs. And here we go. So your will be done on earth. Yeah, I mean, I think Michael, didn't you post it? Like it's the prayer from Pulp Fiction, but it's redone in Fangs' name instead. So, oh, you don't know rest of the Lord's Prayer? That's fine. You don't have to look it up either. Like I'm curious as to what you do for prayers for an atheist deity. Like it's just I know I think I just it's an interesting comment, isn't it? Yeah. 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 Oh, yeah. It's great stuff too. Like he did the Samuel L. Jackson prayer, and which is apropos given current politics of just a month ago, where we got a Department of War director, defense director, quoting a prayer from Samuel L. Jackson from Pulp Fiction because he can't seem to realize it's not a real prayer and it's not an actual Bible quote. Oh, what a funny moment. Oh, the ignorance. Man, Fangs annihilated undeserving civilization. I don't know if he goes for full annihilation. Fangs' powers are limited. Like we're honest about our God's powers. I mean, he's got some good ones. Like, of course, he's a rabbit, so he has multiplication powers. Like he can make copies of himself. He's very fast. Like the Flash ain't got nothing on Fangs, but Fangs doesn't like to do that because it tends to warp things and go back in time, kind of thing. He doesn't like to do that. He's had some bad moments when he's gotten drunk and done that. So, and like all gods, he can become completely invisible and leave no trace of his actual existence on planet Earth. No evidence whatsoever. Oh my goodness. I need to replay him. Well, thanks, Josh. Who got those? Hey, Maya, congratulations. A citizen of the Rabyd Nation, whether you want it to be or not. It's in trash talk. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. But yeah, thanks. Yeah, I mean, you're dodging pretty well, Mike. I'm telling you, there's something about wherever country you live in. Let's see, we got Trusty Pecco, we got Remedy, Thomas, Heart on my sleeves. Also got a gifted one. So thank you very much, Josh. I appreciate that. And the new members appreciate that. Hexed knew where the quote came from. He just thought he could reading it. I derive with a clueless story or that's probably true. I just thought it was hilarious. Like I'm listening to this, like that's not even the damn Bible. Like it's not even there. So it's like I don't know what's going on, but apparently he thinks that that's like a thing. So yeah. Oh my goodness. I don't know why the donations didn't click off on the goal either. For some reason, that's not working. But it's not the first time that I've had that problem, or people in the world. But I'll count them manually. I got two of them. So, but yeah, some reason they're not clicking off on the goal, and that's been a problem before. So there you go. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. Yeah. I'm tempted to quote Dutch verses sometime. Dutch verses. There's Dutch verses. Is the Dutch version of verses different than other versions of verses? Like, is something lost in the translation or gained in the translation? So, but yeah, like, is that a thing? Yeah, Josh is a pretty awesome guy. He's been a supporter of me for a while. I appreciate him. Testimony of Tarantino. Yeah. Tarantino. Like he did a lot of movies. There's a lot of movies out there that he has his signature on, but we know the few. Like Pulp Fiction and a few others. But we've watched a bunch of them. The movie night at the Fluffle is there too. So we've watched a Tarantino film, I think, already. Different translation tradition. Okay. Dutch verses. See, the Dutch part of me, the quarter part of me that is Dutch, is wondering what that is. is just wondering what I. See, now for those of you who are new members, you got all the emojis now created by the lovely Earl. Like I have my favorites. I updated the yes emoji, so that's been updated. So there's this one that's new. So this has been updated. And the latest one was the green flag one. So yeah, there's those two. But yes, custom emojis with Fangs, the Rabyd Atheist, and I am the Rabyd Atheist. So there we go. It's going to go with something clogged in translation. Yes. You know, it's funny that you guys mentioned Dutch people because I can be to Holland, Michigan in about an hour and 10 minutes. And it has got one of the biggest Dutch festivals in the United States in it. So, yes, there you go. Yeah, you might use the popcorn one quite a bit around here. But yes, but there's the Tulip Festival in late spring, early summer every year here in Western Michigan. So I'm thinking if Samuel L. Jackson had brought the commandments from the mountain, people would have obeyed, or else. That's probably true. See, I gotta give props to Samuel. I really do. Like there's a consistency to everything he does. Like in everything he is in, there's definitely like that intense moment. Like of course, most of us were disappointed because when he appeared in Star Wars as Mace Windu, it was like, okay, we're gonna let him do the thing. Like, is the MF line gonna come out? Like, and no, because it's Star Wars. But man, we were all hoping. We were all hoping. So there you go. But yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Samuel Jackson's a very interesting person, but I think him coming down, maybe the role. See, I know that like all the first 5 books of the Bible are just like bullshit, and the sixth one, Joshua, is kind of bullshit too. So, if you want to do it as mythology, casting for Moses might be very, very interesting. Like having Samuel L. Jackson play Moses would be hilarious. Oh my goodness. After the first few eons, you realize the past doesn't matter anymore. It's the agonized screaming in the here and now that is the most satisfying. Very well, Cranky. I will take your word for it. I will take for it. Oh my goodness. Sam might be a late bloomer, but boy, did he bloom. Yes. Yes. Oh. Council Trent cursed anyone who dares say bread remains after the priest transforms it, but also affirms the substance changes while the accident species remains the same. You know, we were talking about this yesterday about transubstantiation and how weird of a belief it is, and you just made it weirder. I ain't gonna lie. It just, it, so like, okay, I'm trying to unwrap this. Okay, so the Council of Trent says that anybody is cursed who says the bread remains after the ritual is done, correct? So if you say it's still bread, you're cursed, but also affirms the substance changes while the accident species remains the same. So they're saying it's still bread, but it's not bread because it's been completely transformed into the body of Christ. If I'm understanding the doctrine, that's even weirder. That's double talk. Okay. Yeah, they really dropped the ball on that one. I still think they should have done it. They would have gotten an R rating though. They didn't want that. They wanted to stay in the PG-13 realm. So That's God from the burning bush. That would be amazing. I've asked that before, Michael, whether the Catholics are trans affirming, and they don't seem to be. It seems to be a contradiction in their doctrine. I mean, if bread can turn into the flesh of Jesus and wine can turn into the blood of Jesus, why can't we do that? Like, it was Disney, so there are no lines remarking on the science of Mace Windu's lightsaber either. Yeah, that's probably fair, true. Oh, leave it to Trent, the Council of Trent. Oh my goodness. But yeah. Oh, it makes it weirder. I love you guys, but the shit we used to believe, like you Catholics, the stuff that you have to believe as a Catholic, the stuff you have to believe as a Mormon. Like I was a Pentecostal, but I thought I was a weirdo, but I've started studying other religions and I've studied them in the past. And you know what? There's some that are weirder than Pentecostals. The afterlife beliefs alone are legion. Like they're legion in their weirdness. But it's like the Mormons get into that and the councils, all of the church. It's like, God damn it. Like, that's just weird. Like, yeah, I know. Like, I'm serious. I'm serious. This is a weird thing to me. Like, we were talking about this yesterday about the weird things people believe. You know, what's the weirdest thing you've ever heard? Religious belief, and it's like you need to understand that this is really weird because they believe it's the actual body and blood of Jesus Christ, and it's like literally a cannibalistic vampiric ritual. But it's like we're literally saying that that's okay. Like, and I just. That would have been great. That would have been a great line. Just to be a genius patron of the Catholic Church and everything is permitted. Yeah. They spent years on this. It's designed to be a double-blind Jesus-based bread mix. Or did it happen by accident? That's good, Chuck. That is really good. Oh my gosh. Like the hoops, the mental, rational hoops you have to jump through to believe this stuff. And it's so funny because I used to believe stuff that was similar. I know it, absolutely know it. But it's just like now that you get out of it and you look past, what the hell did I believe? Like, what do people believe? And that's the problem with faith. That's the problem with belief. Like, you got to get past it and say, okay, what can I prove? It's not about what I believe or feel happen. It's about what I can prove. And that's a hard one for some people to accept. And sometimes you have to shrug your shoulders and say, I don't know, but I'm not going to put God in there. Let's see. I remember being told that in preparation for my first communion, my immediate thought was to try to believe it. But even in wanting to believe it, I couldn't believe it. I defaulted to the Pope wants me to believe it. Oh, my girl. I feel you. Like, I've had a similar experience with the Pentecostal doctrine of speaking in tongues as the initial evidence for baptism in the Holy Spirit. Like, when I was given the explanation, it was like, okay, I want to believe that, kind of, sort of. But no. Long term, I studied the Book of Acts, found out what the Book of Acts is all about. Like, it's literally, as Apologia says, completely the Bible tells you so kind of thing. You start delving into the origins of doctrine. Suddenly realize that other religions also speak in tongues. And I had the same kind of thing with that you did with communion. But yeah, the first communion is very interesting. Like I've heard a lot of deconversion stories involving communion over the years. It's a very interesting problem to have. Like, you're trying to believe it. So, hey, Bree, good to see you. How you doing? Like, seriously, how are you doing? You all right? Good. Like, see, I feel like we're still in a war zone, and so I'm trying to make sure everybody's okay. Yeah, you good? Down in your foxhole, keeping your helmet on, keeping the bees flying. In your case, are you doing all the good things? Because I'm genuinely concerned sometimes. I'm concerned about myself, but I'm trying to make sure everybody's okay. So, oh man, what a week! It's been 2 great weeks. I want to say it. I want to have a normal weekend this weekend. Can I do that? Am I allowed to have a normal weekend this weekend? I got to work tonight, and then I get the weekend off, and but I hope everybody's okay. I do. I genuinely do. The Pope wants you to believe it. That's just hilarious. Okay, well, good, good. I'm glad to hear it, Bree. I'm glad to hear it. Like, I just want to make sure everybody's okay, like I do. Um, so, but yeah, like it's been a hard one for me because I've had to like with Phil, just to brief you, like with Phil, like he says he's apologized, pulled off his stream, and then 2 days later he puts it back up, and I'm having a hard time with that. So that's the Cliff Notes version. So there you go. See you later, Martin. You have a good one. Okay, so Jesus has already returned his bread 136 times. They cannot agree on this number, so some say approximately. Hey, Vixen. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I got about 10 minutes and I got to get off, but I got to go to work. But yeah, this has been a great. Now I will say some positives about the entire situation. That's kind of when you deconvert and you're reconstructing, you like to look at the positive things that you go through. And I've met some new people, and um, oh, I did not know that. Yeah, he just deletes. He doesn't want to hear from you, Bree. Is that what he's saying? It's like, okay, Phil, if you watch this later, Phil, have the cojones to let Bree's comments go. Come on, come on, be brave, Phil. Come on. Yes, may fangs nibble all our sorrows. Yes, but yes, like okay, all right. Yeah, I'm worried about like it's like let the comments stand. Like I have been doing this shit. How long have I been YouTubing? Getting close to 6.5 years. Started right before COVID broke out, like January before COVID broke out. So it's been a bit. I don't think I've ever shut off the comments on a stream or a video, and I've always let most of them stand unless they were personally insulting to somebody else in the chat or the comments. Like I'm not. Yeah, I mean, for those of us that are accused of being flying monkeys, we should probably pick what kind of monkey we are or something, right? We should probably do that. Yeah, like yeah, it is. It's like 2020 and it's 2026. So, but I started my channel January, and then 2 months later, COVID broke out, and I've been doing this ever since. But yeah, I've never, I don't think I've ever deleted a comment unless it was like a truly vicious personal attack on somebody, and I've never shut off the comments on anything I've done. So I've had to ban a few people, but I've never done that. So Jay doesn't tolerate dissent. Any comments contrary to his beliefs get deleted. I don't call him a cult leader to be mean. I say it because he's employing cult tactics. Yeah, it is very cultic. Like one of my things as a former minister is I'm trying to avoid that vibe of being the like atheist pastor. And part of that is letting people talk, letting people disagree with me, people making sure people don't treat me like I'm some sort of dispenser of wisdom, that sort of thing. Like I don't want to be held like that. I don't want to do that. And so like part of that is keeping my comments up on my stream. So people I've gotten comments on my videos from 3 years ago just this week. So it's like people watch what they watch. So, I've had various comments, but I've never felt the need to delete them or stop them or block them unless it was like a vicious personal attack kind of thing. I think I've done a couple of those. So, your God is you can't throw stones. Okay, there you go. Fair enough. Oh, but yeah, like I've never been that way. I guess I just don't understand it. Like if you're going to be in the public space, expect criticism. Like, and you need some of the best criticism I ever had has improved some of the channel. Like, so I've made improvements on my channel because of some of the criticism. So how you deal with both is very, very important. So, and interpreting it incorrectly, read whatever you want into it. Like, if here's the thing, Kyle, with the Bible, I have a degree in biblical studies, so I speak as an authority. You can make the Bible mean anything you want to. You just have to reason it out correctly. So you just have to do the theology thing where you keep making endless loops until you get to your point. Like, if you have to go through 20 steps to get to what you want, then do 20 steps. If it only takes two, do two, but make sure you just get there. Like, you can take any verse of the Bible and do with it what you want with it. So that's also true. Don't worry about the misinterpreting. It's already been done for you. Yeah, that's probably fair. You can look up like Kyle, you could look up like misinterpretations that have already been done. So you can do that. Like that's a thing. So it's absolutely a thing. So like, you could get some advice how, I'm sure there's a misinterpretation cookbook out there somewhere. Like, you could probably do Bible misinterpretations. So there's probably something out there. I imagine it is, but yeah, it's been done for you. All right. But yeah, I don't know, Bree. I don't know what breed of monkey I am. I know I've been labeled that already by some people, so that's fine. There are worse things that people have called me. So there you go. So it's fine. All right, folks, I got to call it a night. It's been great. Good stream. I hope, as you watch the beginning part of the stream, there's also 3 videos I linked in the description, one from Maya, one from AJ, and one from Miss Jordan. So Glenda Jordan. So all of them deal with various aspects of some of the stuff we talked about. So make sure you check those out if you're interested. I know that this has been a drama on Livestream, and I try to avoid that, but as much as possible. But welcome to being a human, unfortunately. But thanks everybody for being here. I appreciate all of you stopping by and doing your thing. I want to give a special shout out to the Cranky Elder God, Martin as well. And I want to thank Josh for the 5 gifted memberships. That's very, very good. Thank you. And I want to thank Better Than Ember for being a member for 5 months. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. But thanks, everybody. May Fangs nibble on all of your hearts. May he purify all of your religiously corrupted vegetables with his pointy teeth, so that you can eat your vegetables without religious corruption. If you need some sort of warm fuzzies from your religion, we have the godlet Fangs and his big eyes and his cute little blankie. You can always just look at that and you'll get all the warm fuzzies from your religion that you will ever need. If you need a religious ritual in your life, just circumcise a carrot, leave it on your stash, or anything else you find valuable. Fangs may take the stash still, or he may take the carrot, or he may take both. It really is up to him. It's a religious ritual. It might work. It might not. Kind of like all of them. Make sure also that you realize that Fangs has other ways of stealing your stash that are now legal because he's Judge Fangs. So there's that. And try not to get confused, and don't use your memory on tiny sheets of paper either. And watch out for the pre-sup opossums. They're out there. You need to be aware of them and watch out for them. So make sure you're keeping your head around you. But thanks everybody for stopping by, nom nom, and all of that stuff. Um, yes, Fangs is adorable. That's an IKE original there. But I've always loved this photograph. This one. This is beautiful. But take care of everybody. As always, folks, live your best life. You only get one go around, and then it's over. So you want to take all your time, your money, your opportunities, and give them to yourself, the people you love and care for, to make this a better world. You'll be happier if you do, and don't waste them on the trappings of religion and faith. That's a dead end. I speak from experience. And as always, folks, thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. We're going to do part 2 of Paula Gia's look at the discussion between Alex O'Connor and Trent Horn. I want to finish that out in the second part. It's a spin-off series from the Habermas saga. So hopefully I'll see you all there. Appreciate you all stopping by today, and I'll catch you next time. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end to find out how you can support the channel better. Of course, there's always the normal notions of just hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit your notification bell, and share the video with your friends and family that you think would be interested. That's always very appreciated. If you want to support the channel in a more tangible way, there's several options. You can super chat or super thanks in the comments or during a stream. Those are always very welcome. But you also can become a member of the channel. Members have certain perks like getting the videos early, things like that. They also have some good custom emojis during chat. So all of these things are good benefits to members, but they also support this channel and its work to continue to normalize atheism and deconversion, for which I'm very appreciative. It keeps me going, and it keeps me as a content creator being able to do more and more as a content creator. So if you choose those methods of support, thank you very much. And I appreciate you once again for staying to the end and listening to other ways that you can support the channel. Appreciate it. Thanks, and I'll catch you next time.